Congratulations. That is one of the best displays of scoring we have seen ever at the Betfred World Matchplay. How did it feel?
Yeah, I got told that I've managed to break a record, and that's something I didn't expect, especially because the one that I played against. I was expecting a lot of 180s of Chizzy, and, well, honest is honest, I was watching his game against Vincent van der Voort, which was a cracking game as well, and I was like, okay, Chizzy, he's finishing everything he's looking at. I won 6-1 even in that game. So for me, I was like, if you look to my game against Devon, if you look to Davis' game against Vincent, I've got to do something better. I've got to step it up. And at the moment, when I was up that stage, I did step up and broke some record what I had no idea of. So I'm very proud here, very proud.
Obviously the scoring was brilliant, but there was a big part of the game where you were struggling to hit your doubles. How hard was it to just try and keep calm and work your way through it?
You'll never make a man feel well, do you?
Hey, look. Give with one hand to the other.
It's completely true. And you know what? I actually know it as well. I was playing Chiz, and it was going so good. My scoring was so fantastic that at some point I even acknowledged that every leg I kind of started with a 140. Like my first, I went above the treble, and I went like bang, bang, treble. And I think it was always on like his throw. But then when I came to the double, I missed my chances, and then Chizzy finishes an 89. He finishes 130. I missed 3 darts on the double, like a 24, maybe even 6. I think at some point I even missed 6 darts on 24. But I'm like, oh come on, like. But at some point I always said, back to basics. If you can break him once, you can do it again, and I did it again. So I said, like, see, just focus on your own game, and at some point it might happen that he misses. And I think that's what happened in the end of the game, that he misses his opportunities, and then I could run away with it. That's how I feel in this game, that me and Chizzy played such a great game. He'll never give up, he'll always dig deep. I've seen it in the Premier League games against Michael, what a great game that was, you know. It's a revenge from the worlds.
Yeah.
And this one is sweet.
Well, I wasn't going to mention that, but...
Wasn't you not?
No, but the perfect record at the Betfred World Matchplay continues. Look, you won it in Milton Keynes last year. You've got your feet under the table. You know what it's like to play at the Winter Gardens now.
Yeah.
I mean, how do the two feelings compare?
A massive difference. Obviously in Milton Keynes, first of all, the big difference is no crowd. Second thing, the heat. It is so warm over here in Blackpool, here in the Winter Gardens, that I needed to adjust. Obviously, everybody said to me, if you come upstairs in the practice room, it's going to be very warm. And I was like, oh, I probably will be fine, you know. But when I walked up there the first time, a couple of days ago, that was like a wall just hit me in my face, and I'm like, whoa, what is this, you know? And then I've actually kind of learned from other players that they were practicing in just a normal t-shirt. And I said, you know what, next round, got a chance, let's learn. And I went in today just a t-shirt, and the game before mine, which was Johnny Clayton and Gerwin Price, I did my bull up, they were starting. And that's when I put on my dart shirt, and I was like, this next half an hour, 45, maybe to 1 hour, I'll be throwing in the way that I'm going to be on stage. And you know what, I think that little bit of adjustment did the world to me already.
You won your World Youth titles in front of big crowds.
Yeah.
You've won lots of games in front of big crowds on TV stages. But how important is it to you to follow up that behind closed doors major win with another major, with everybody there?
If I'm right, and I do manage to pull it off to win it again, I know I've done it before, there was no crowd. I've played before a crowd insanely good games, but I think I've grown so much. If I do manage to do it, I think I'm going to be the 3rd player ever to defend this title. And that will be unbelievable.
Dimitri, many congratulations. What a performance. The atmosphere was electric. Just sum up for us how you're feeling right now after that epic game.
Oh, I'm buzzing. I'm proper buzzing. I'm very proud. I've got a bit of revenge after the World Championship. Me and Chizzy. I do know that I had him, I missed my chances, he never let me go, he took his chances, and that's why the game just kept going on and going on. And afterwards I've got told that I've beaten the record of 180s in the second round, so there's only one thing I can think of. I'm proud, I'm doing really well.
Were you frustrated with yourself during the middle part of the match because you kept letting him back in? It was a game you dominated, but the scoreline maybe doesn't suggest how much you dominated that game.
I'll tell you what, this is what was going through my mind. Against the throw, I was putting him under pressure, I was creating chances, and I was missing my chances. But every time when I was missing my chances, Chizzy was on like a finish 60 or above. Doesn't matter which one, but I was just looking to my towel, I had my hand on the towel, and I said to myself, if you finish this, fair play. Chizzy is Chizzy, he's a great player. You've got to expect it from him. But, back to basics. And I said it every time again. Every first throw and every leg I played, I spoke to myself in my mind, back to basics. And if it wasn't there, I said, just make sure your first one's a good dart. It is either a treble or just above, and that's a great one. If it's not, I'll have to switch to the 19s or to the 18s. But that's how I felt. I really feel that this game, I knew what was coming at me, but I felt that I was prepared. And that's why I played the game that I've just done today.
Up next, the world champion against the defending match play champion, the two biggest ranking titles go head to head. You slightly excited to play Gezi up on that stage?
I wasn't until you just told me this. This sounds sexy. This sounds hot. So I hope that I'm just gonna step up another level, and especially when it comes to my finishing, because today I think I showed my scorings there. So one day off, and then I have to be in the quarterfinals. And you know what? I said to myself, qualifying for the World Matchplay is a massive experience, a massive result. But I'm already two rounds in this tournament further. That's big as well. So I don't really think that I'm gonna feel pressure at all, which is gonna be good for my preparation. Focus on myself. If I'm doing everything right, anything is possible.
Do you think you were settled more as well, having played once here already? Because you were slightly nervous in that first round game.
Yeah, without a doubt. And same thing happened there. Only my scoring wasn't so strong as it was today. I missed my chances on a double. Devin stepped in, he took his chances. Honest to God, that game it felt really weird. But then the couple of days I followed the darts, and funny enough, a lot of players averaged a 94 or around a 94, and that's what my average was. And that did give me some more confidence. Like, I wasn't the only one struggling with this adjustment of the heat. For me, obviously, it was the first time here at the Winter Gardens. But after today, and the crowd, man, I loved it. I really loved every second of it. So on to the next one. Back to basics, feet on the ground, and focus on my game.
Dimitri, congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Tonight just proved that you're not going to give up this title without a real fight, and it's going to take something pretty special to stop you.
That's exactly what I do in every game. I'll always fight. I'll never give in. It doesn't matter if I'm playing really well or absolutely bad. I will always dig deep as far as I can until that last finishing match double has been hit. So after today, yeah, I gained a lot of confidence. I'm feeling good. I'm really feeling good, guys.
Huge game against Gezi up next. How big an impact do you think the crowd could have on that game? They're going to be on your side, aren't they?
They might not. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's the world champion against the world matchplay champion. It's the world number 1 against the world, I think, current number 6. I think I've got to number 6 in the world. That's just quality game. That's a Premier League match, and I just hope that I can continue where I'm going off now. Tomorrow I'll have a couple of hours on the board, and the next day I'll be ready for Gezi. I'm gonna give 100%, and I'll never back down until the last double is hit.
Thanks, Timmy. Well played tonight.
Thank you.
Timmy, tops always hasn't been your friend, your favourite double, but tonight it came to your rescue a few times, didn't it?
Without a doubt, but that's only because I've got to listen to my manager and to my missus. I'm one of them players that I really like double 18, but because for some reason they've kept going on with on crucial moments, you're missing double 18, you're not hitting double 18, you're missing double 18. Why are you always going back to double 18? And at some point that was just stuck in my mind, and I even talked to my missus about it. I have no idea what's going on. But from that moment on, when it's going to my mind, even though I feel comfortable on that double, I said, I've got to go back to what I was using to do before that, which is 84, treble 20, double 12. And today, I missed 6 starts on double 12 and double 6 included. but also the tops. Normally I would go treble 20, 20, double 18 and 116. If I'm now 116, I go treble 20, 16 for tops, and it's working. I know I can because they tell me your tops is good. So even though it get a little bit of negativity, they also give a lot of positivity. So the only thing I've got to do is work hard on the doubles. And if I work hard, you never know what's going to happen.